Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Once again, I'm sitting on my sofa, very much casual chit-chat style, and in today's video I want to share with you my top 5 Louis Vuitton purchases that I would highly recommend. I will get started with the smallest item first and then work my way up in size. So the very first item I want to share with you is my Louis Vuitton key pouch. This one is in the Damier Ebene. It is also available in the monogram and also in the Damier Azur. If you go to the men's collection, they also have the darker kind of black and gray or bluish checkerboard pattern as well. So lots of different options. It is this very durable canvas and it's very simple. It's got stitching all along the edges here, 2 pieces stuck together, not much fanfare, one simple zipper, but that is what I love about this piece. There is no glazing, there are no frills. It is very simple in design, and so I do think it's going to last a very long time. I've had this for a little while now, and this is the chain that comes with it. It's hooked on, it doesn't come off, and here I'm sure many of you are familiar with this, but pull this up and I actually have my keys on a little circular hoop or ring like this, and I'm just too lazy to even take it off, so I actually plop it in like so. And I know it's going to drive you crazy if you don't like mixing metals, but I've got the gold Louis Vuitton hardware and then I have the silver on my ring, but it's just easier to put it on like this. And I don't have that many keys, just apartment keys, mailbox keys, and then some keys for the other apartment that we have. So yeah, it's pretty simple. If you own a car and you have a really big car key fob, then you might have to deal with that a bit because it might be a bit bulky in here. But if you've got a small set of keys like this will work really well. Let me show you. So when I put this inside, there's no bulging even with those multiple keys, right? There's a bunch of keys in there. There's no bulging. It goes in very easily. And then I have mentioned in other videos that I can also put my cards and cash in here if I just want to go really minimalist, grab this and my phone. So I've got just a little gift card for American Girl place because my daughter loves to go there. So like just imagine that was a credit card, so that can go in. A couple of these can go in actually, and there's also space, like I said, for cash or receipts, and you just zip it up. And yeah, so I wasn't quite a believer in needing a key pouch. For a while I was very resistant, and I used just like a little freebie dust cloth like little pouch for a long while until that pouch started getting a little gnarly. And when I finally got this, I don't know, I really like this piece a lot. I think if you wear leather handbags, particularly lambskin bags that have that lambskin on the inside, on the interior, you don't want your keys to scrape the leather and then get it all damaged and scratched up. So this would definitely contain your keys and keep them separate and protect your leather as well. So yeah, I know it's kind of a lot of money. It's over $200 for this little thing, but I use this daily and I have a feeling I will use it for decades, forever really. I don't see why not. It's quite a nifty little piece. So yep, this would be top Louis Vuitton purchase number 1 that I definitely recommend. Next, moving on, is the mini pochette. And I also got this in the Damier Ebene. I do love the pop of red lining. I've got a bunch of little knickknacks in here at the moment. But that pop of red is really just cheerful and fun and pretty, and also a dark enough red that it won't get dirty easily. So it comes with this little chain. Now this one side does unhook, but the other side does not. Okay, so if you wanted to just double up on one side and use it almost as a wristlet, you can do that as well. I have seen plenty of people put longer little dainty chains on here to make this like a mini crossbody bag, which is super cute. You can definitely do that if you're into the really, really super mini bags. For me, that doesn't work because my phone doesn't fit in here, and for me, that's a deal breaker. I talked about that in my handbag deal breakers video. I will link that up above. But this one is just such a tactile little dream, meaning it feels nice, it sounds nice. Like, I don't know, I really enjoy this, and it keeps you organized, you know, all your little bits and bobs are in one place. I've got band-aids and a hair tie and lotion and lip balm and a little perfume, and this is not even halfway packed. So really roomy, very smart design by Louis Vuitton, which is why I guess this is so popular and often sells out. This is a made in France piece. This one here as well. And this one I know is quite hard to get. It does come in the monogram. It also comes in the damier azur. And then during the Christmas animation months, you can also get the Vivienne animation printed on it as well. Those are a little bit more pricey, but I do think this is quite a handy little pochette. Okay, moving on to another pochette is the pochette accessoire. This is technically, I think it was originally an SLG, a small leather good item, but then it moved into the handbag category quite recently, maybe over the last year. So yeah, this pochette, now it comes with a short vachetta strap, okay? So this is not it. This is a long crossbody one that I purchased separately. This is the matching vachetta leather, but I have to say out of all of my Louis Vuitton pieces, I would say this pochette is probably by far the most versatile because the original vachetta strap comes off and you can play around with this so much. So this is a pouch, it is a clutch, it is a handbag, it can be a shoulder bag, it can be a crossbody bag. I have put beautiful gold chains on here to make it more embellished. I did a video showing multiple different ways to wear this bag, and since that video I have actually discovered more ways to wear this bag, but if I can find that video I'll link it up above as well. It has just this one vachetta tab here. This one also is made in France, all monogram. Unfortunately, a number of years ago they did discontinue the damier ebene version, so that is no longer available unless you go on the pre-loved market, like places like Fashion File, for example. But they do still make the damier azur, which is that beautiful white checkerboard that's really nice for spring and summer and even winter whites. So here's the interior, matching chestnut brown cloth lining. It has one little pocket here. So the older versions will not have this pocket, but the newer ones in the recent years do have it, so it's handy. Sometimes I put my hand sanitizer or band-aids or tissues. And then this is quite roomy. I have so many videos on this. It's very roomy. Looks can be deceiving, but yet it's super, super light and very easy, carefree. It's canvas, so you can get it wet. You can, I mean, this is like a great Disney bag. It's secure, or any kind of travel bag. It is secure. Passports do fit. And yeah, I cannot say enough about this. Now, I did do an update on the most recent Louis Vuitton price increases that included the pochette accessoire, and this pochette saw by far the largest price increase from Louis Vuitton at the time, which was early this year. So I'll link that if you're curious. I did a whole spreadsheet, very nerdy, showing old and new prices, but still, and I get this question a lot, I still think that this is worth it. It's still well under $1,000, and relatively speaking, in the world of Louis Vuitton, I do think this is a really great piece. Still decently priced, probably not as well priced as it once was. I'm really happy I was able to score this when it was much more affordable. This is a forever piece. This will be my daughter's if she wants it when she's older. Okay, so moving on is dun, 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 dun. So this is the toiletry size 26. Okay, toiletry pouch size 26. You have this one, which is the largest, 26. Then you have the 19, which I have as well. And then you have the smallest one, which is the 15, which you can sort of compare with the size of the mini pochette, okay, because it's quite small. I think this is such a beautiful piece, very much Princess Diana, right? Princess Diana vibes. Paparazzi took photos of her holding this under her arm as a clutch on the beach. You know, she was walking along the beach and she just looked so casual, chic, very glamorous. It is all one piece that goes all the way around. So for those of you who might be wondering, why is one side upside down? It is because it's all one piece, which I prefer, because then there's no need for any kind of extra stitching or parts or glazing. It's one zipper here, very simple. I love simple designs. And then you've got this piece here, and it has the same vachetta tab as I showed you on my pochette. And this is a made in Spain. Now, quick story on this, if you missed it, I actually purchased this one in made in France, and for some reason the canvas was it looked a little cloudy. That's the best way I can describe it. It was kind of cloudy and grayish and didn't have like a crisp monogram look to it. The color seemed a little bit off compared to my other pieces. So I actually returned that. And then I bought this one made in Spain, and I have been very pleasantly surprised by the quality and the craftsmanship. So, and we all know that Spain generally makes some really great products outside of Louis Vuitton. So I just wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of these pieces are very popular and hard to get. And especially if you're trying to hold out for a made in France piece, it might take extra long. I do think that the Spain pieces are working out really nicely, at least for me. I have this one. And I also have my Toiletry 19 that's also made in Spain. And then eventually I got another made in France one because my mom saw this and she thought it was beautiful. So I got another one and I gifted it to her. So we are twinning. So here's the inside. I do happen to have a ZOOMONI Bag Organizer. I'll just, not sponsored. I purchased this. Just this one here. But this is what it looks like on its own. So it has the wipeable interior, which is super convenient and easy. And it's just one big compartment. There are no other compartments. I think it's just really simple and nice. I actually use this for the beach and the pool. I've mentioned this before as like an oversized clutch because I can put my sunblock, my sunglasses, all my little essentials. And I might also use this as a casual clutch when I'm just running errands or not going very far when I'm in the city. I have used this maybe twice as a travel toiletries pouch with like all of my face creams and lotions and that sort of thing. But I do think it's so beautiful that I kind of feel a little wasteful using this only as a toiletry pouch, even though that is what it's intended for, because I want to wear it out. Like, it's so pretty. I know some people get those kits where basically you have an insert like this that has open holes on each side. This one doesn't. But if you got those, you can actually loop a chain through it. And some people do like to rock this as a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag. I personally don't love that look. Yeah, sorry. I don't love that look. I think this is just such a beautiful shape and so simple. I don't like adding things to this, so I just really like this as a pouch or a clutch. Anyone with me on this? If you agree, comment down below. Let me know. I'm not the only one. I know that those toiletry kits that convert into handbags are really popular. They have been for a while, but I've just never gotten on board with those. So I'm gonna put this back in. I like to keep my pouches clean, and even though it does have a wipeable interior, I love that when I use this as a clutch, you can have all these compartments for my wallet, my keys, etc., and it works out really nicely. So very beautiful piece in my opinion. Highly recommend this one. It's actually my favorite of all the toiletry sizes, for sure. Okay, and then we're on to the last item, which is number 5, and it's going to be a handbag. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, this is my beloved Pochette Matisse, and it is quite worn now. I have had this for a couple of years. Believe it or not, I have mentioned this in the past. This is my very first Louis Vuitton bag ever. So obviously all of my friends and people around me were rocking Louis Vuitton bags when I was in college, in my 20s, etc. And it just didn't float my boat. I never really saw anything that caught my eye. My mom has several Louis Vuitton bags, and I would tease her and be like, out of all the beautiful bags in the world, why would you choose like a brown monogram bag? I mean, I totally gave her a hard time, and I've had to eat my words since then. There was one bag that I was really smitten with, but I couldn't afford it at the time. I was quite young. It was the Louis Vuitton Manhattan PM size. My cousin, who's several years older than me, she bought it. She had it. And when I saw it on her, I was like, wow, that is a gorgeous bag. But once again, I wasn't of the age or in my life stage where I could afford that. And so, I just admired it from afar. And that was many, many years ago. And then a couple of years ago, I spotted the Pochette Matisse, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the only other Louis Vuitton bag that I have ever really been drawn to. I have to find this. And of course, it was sold out everywhere. And then when it started coming back into the boutiques, you started seeing so many quality issues, glazing, crookedness, asymmetry, etc., etc. Now, I don't know, because of the way I'm holding this and I'm sitting at an angle, it probably looks crooked, but trust me, this bag is really perfect in my eyes, at least. Sometimes a lock is like really crooked. I know some people said that. This is a made in France. I don't know. Oh, here it is. I waited out for over a year to get the perfect one, okay, when they came in stock, because I wanted to write out the quality issues, and I also wanted a made in France one. Here's the strap. Beautiful matching monogram strap with the gold hardware clasps here. It has the vachetta. Now mine has patinaed over time because, like I said, I've had it for a few years. Here's the back pocket. Love any bag with a back pocket. And everything is lined beautifully with this microfiber. It's like a suede feeling. So it feels so luxurious when you put your hands in to get your items out. So here's the lock, okay? Now, please don't gasp if you are one of those people that loves to keep the sticker on, because I tend to peel my stickers off as soon as possible. So there's a sticker here that comes with it, and there's a sticker under here that protects it, but I obviously took it off right away. And since I've been using this bag for a few years, you can see there are quite a few scratches. And I don't mind. I don't mind that, because this just means I've been using it and loving it, right? So lots of scratches here, because this little ball, even though it has this little protective rolly ball on it, it still will scratch against here unless you're super careful about how you close it. And I'm not. I just run around and I'm like, ah, and I just, you know. So it opens like that when you push those two together. And here's the inside. So again, beautiful, beautiful lining. Love the compartments. I love flap bags. Those are my preferred style. And then I love compartments. So 1, 2, 3, really roomy, can fit plenty, your essentials and then some. And then of course you have the back pocket for your phone or anything else. So I love this bag. This is going to be worn until it's no longer able to be worn. I think it's also just really special because I was so patient with this bag, and it is, again, my first Louis Vuitton. Definitely late to the game with Louis Vuitton. Just didn't really like anything else. I think this is still the most, out of all their canvas bags, I think this is still the most classic, most beautiful looking. I know obviously the classics are like the Speedies and the Neverfulls, which is not my style, but for me, this is like the perfect bag, and it has to be in the monogram. I know they're offering it in the reverse monogram. I think that makes it a little too busy, just my personal, but I mean, it's interesting because it has the different colors. It's reversed, right? But I think this is already a busy bag with the monogram and then the hardware and the vachetta with the top handle and the zipper. And so I prefer this in the monogram. It also comes in the empreinte leather, which is probably a really good pick if you want to be a bit more understated and not have like a splash of monogram. It's going to be a little bit heavier because it's leather versus canvas, right? But for some reason on some of the empreinte ones, especially like the navy one, it looks more like a school bag to me, like a student's very like proper looking school bag. I think the monogram makes it more, like the color contrast, I mean, on the monogram makes it more fun. There's also monogram on the empreinte leather, but it's all one color. So I don't know. Those are just my personal preferences. This is my favorite one. But anyway, had to show this to you. This is my pick number 5. Those are the 5 Louis Vuitton purchases that I would highly recommend if you happen to be a Louis Vuitton fan, or if you are stepping into the world of Louis Vuitton and you're testing them out. You know, this one little item here can be a good test. If you don't want a key pouch, then maybe if you can get your hands on the mini pochette. I mean, any one of these, really. Any one of these. Like this one, so versatile. So good. So good. Or the toiletry. I mean, like I said, I love all of these, so I'm recommending them all equally. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join our fun community, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.